Time for a drive. I'm in a 2023 Mercedes AMG C43 sedan, a compact sedan absolutely crammed full of all kinds of cool tech, some of it F1 tech. We have an electrically driven turbocharger that uses a small electric motor to spin it up before the exhaust gases can take over. And we have this really interesting coating technology called NanoSlide, which is twice as hard and has less friction than gray iron. Super interesting. That allows this engine to make more than 400 horsepower than 2 liters. It is a 2-liter 4-cylinder that makes 402 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. But it's also got all-wheel drive, adaptive shock absorbers, and rear axle steering. So this thing really does have quite a lot of stuff for a C-Class sedan. Anyway, I already reviewed this car, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed so many elements of it. And because it's such a cool sports sedan, and because of all the technology, I definitely thought it was worth a second video to just take it for a drive and see how it really feels. So let's get started. By the way, I am in the Sport Plus driving mode, and I don't think I'll be changing that. Oh, and the exhaust is on loud, always loud. Yep. Oh, 402 horsepower. Not a bad number. Oh man, we've got a really fast steering ratio. And a lot of grip. We have Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires on this car, and they provide healthy grip. Yes. Good body control too. You can hear that the transmission is keeping me in a nice and low gear, so the revs are staying high, and you can you can see that this car will slide around. But man, I'm impressed at how fast the front end on this car is. It really reacts. You have to be careful not to give too much input too quickly, because it is almost twitchy if you do that. And the amount of power you have and how readily maximum power is available to you thanks to the quick shifts of this 9-speed multi-clutch transmission really is impressive. This does not have a torque converter. It uses wet clutch packs instead, and that does make off the line just the tiniest bit more rough, but for the speed of the shifts and the fact that you can do multiple downshifts in one go, definitely worth it. Also, this is a mild hybrid. We have a 48-volt system that has a starter generator up in front. It is a belt-driven system, and that can provide up to 13 horsepower at low engine speeds before the engine really kicks on. So this really does have multiple ways of providing good amounts of power kind of throughout the rev range. This is a good time to mention that we do, of course, have many drive modes. We have Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and Slippery. And in Sport and Sport Plus, that's when you get the Sport and Sport Plus shock absorber settings. You also get different slip control settings, so traction control, stability control, they'll back off a little bit. They'll be in something called Advanced in Sport driving mode and Pro in Sport Plus driving mode. So it does really try to open this car up and let you play around a bit. Feed it in slow. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, we got pretty neutral chassis balance there. So when you get to the higher speed stuff, the chassis got pretty neutral. That is also an off-camber corner there. So I more carefully fed in the steering that time to make sure that I wasn't snapping in or being jerky about it, and that definitely helps. This definitely rewards smooth movement, smooth driving behavior, and I got to remember that as I keep driving, because that helps just improve the feel that little bit. But you can see me bouncing around. This is a stiff car. It is high-strung, almost, you could say. It's got stiff springs, and all the tuning really does liven this thing up, so it is a real fast reacting thing. And I really enjoy that. It's not the stereotypical Mercedes feel, but it's a very good, lively, enjoyable feel. How much horsepower again? All right, 400. Oh man. I just love that. Oh, 2 liters, 201 horsepower per liter. Wow, that's just such a cool number to say. And whew, feels good too. Oh, okay, this one is definitely on camber. Oh, wow. Whoa. The amount of grip of this, we had so much pull. The lateral G's there were, that was over a G, I'm sure. Yeah, handles these faster bends, no trouble at all. This car is high energy. This car is not about cruising. This car is about waking up and feeling alive and just getting moving. This is fun. This is fun. I really enjoy this. It's invigorating. I'm appreciating this drive more and more. Yeah, makes easy work of sweepers like that, no problem at all. I should mention that if straight line driving is your thing, we do have something called race start. So I am in the Sport Plus driving mode, coming to a complete stop. My left foot is heavy on the brake, floor the throttle. Race start, release the brake. Oh! Nice. Man, oh man. So you could hear we didn't have any tire slip. We got some clutch slip. We got some slip in the transmission, and then it gets lots of power to all 4 wheels, and you take off pretty darn aggressively. The seat belt also tensions up on you, so you have the pre-tense seat belts doing their thing to hold you in place really nicely. Yeah, it's good. It is good acceleration. You can see in this slightly bumpier road, you do bounce around a bit in this car. It's not this tight, it's not the softest suspension. Oh, great sounds. Man, that is seriously good grip. No, this is not the most intuitive car to drive. The analog feel of this isn't as high as some more purpose-built sports cars out there. But the combination of the speed, the technology, the way the technology was implemented, and just the high energy feel of this car really does make it one of the most fun things I've driven in a while. And I've been very lucky to drive some cool stuff recently. There's a pavement change right there, and that the second bit of pavement isn't quite as grippy as the first. Oh man. You do ultimately get a little bit of understeer, which is just as well, I suppose, in a road car. But yeah, this thing is lively and fun. It's a good car. It's an entertaining car. And really, more than anything else, I think it's a cool car too. I'm Robin Warder. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Doing so does help me out quite a lot, and I do really appreciate it. Also, I did do a full review on this car, and I do have a link to it in the description. So if you're at all curious about learning more about the C43, definitely check that out. And finally, I have reviewed a whole bunch of stuff by now. Something will pop up on the screen next to me. Hopefully it's something you're interested in. And if you do end up watching it, I definitely hope you like it. Okay, goodbye for now.